Welcome to the SmartKeys podcast. We are diving deep today into, I think, one of the most critical topics in the modern career landscape, remote internships. And we're moving beyond seeing this as just, a temporary thing for students. We're really framing it as a professional accelerator.
A strategic tool.
Exactly, a tool for gaining measurable, portfolio-ready skills. So, okay, let's unpack this. How do you actually build real-world skills, real output, when the world of work is, well, it's increasingly distributed?
And that's the whole premise of the source material we looked at.
Yeah.
That shift in what employers are demanding.
Right.
The context here is, it's non-negotiable. With the rise of AI, of automation, the job market is just rapidly moving past rewarding theory.
So it's not just about the good grades anymore.
Not at all. It used to be about the prestigious university, the high GPA. Now employers need to see tangible results. They need verifiable outcomes.
Results, not just theory. That feels like a huge shift because it almost commoditizes what you learn in the classroom.
It does. I mean, if a machine can write a summary or generate code, what makes the human employee different?
Exactly.
That's why these virtual placements are becoming such a critical bridge. They aren't just work experience. They provide, structured, practical ways to get measurable outcomes that connect that classroom theory with what employers are actually hiring for.
It's all about outcomes over physical presence. I like that.
It's the future work landscape.
And for our listener who's probably juggling studies or a part-time job, the sheer logistics of these programs must be a huge draw.
Oh, absolutely. The flexibility is built right in.
So break that down for us. What does that flexibility actually look like?
Well, you're in control. You get to pick your start date, which is huge. No more waiting for those traditional summer slots. You can choose the duration, usually 2 or 3 months. And this is the big one. You set your weekly hours to fit around school or work. It's not a rigid 9 to 5.
And the scale you mentioned is,
Yeah.
It's just astounding. That has to remove one of the biggest headaches, right? The endless applications.
It totally does. We're talking about a global network of 13,000 pre-vetted host companies.
13,000.
And that scale, plus the flexibility, is what makes this a strategic resource. But the real difference maker here is the guarantee.
Okay, hold on. Guaranteed. That word, it makes my ears perk up. What are we really guaranteeing here? Is it a job at the end?
That's a fair question and a really important distinction. It's a guaranteed placement with a vetted host company.
So you skip the months of searching and interviewing.
Exactly. But the guarantee is more than just the placement. It's about the structure and support that comes with it.
So what does that structure look like?
It ensures 3 things that are, frankly, vital for success. First, a really clear scope for your role, so you know exactly what you're there to deliver.
Oh, busy work?
None. Second, you get structured expert coaching. And third, access to a learning platform and really clear checkpoints.
How does the matching process even work with that many companies and time zones? That sounds like a logistical nightmare.
That's where the tech comes in. It's all streamlined. You create a profile, share your interests, your fields, your availability. The system does the matching.
Based on skill level and time zone, I assume?
Yep. Level, time zone, start date. It's all about finding a good fit so you can just focus on delivering the project, not on the search.
So the system supports the talent instead of the talent struggling to find a place. Now, that coaching you mentioned, is that just a quick weekly check-in call?
No, it's the accountability backbone. It's focused on helping you translate what you're doing into career-ready skills. The coach helps you manage your workflow, hit your checkpoints, and critically, they prep you for interviews.
How so?
By helping you talk about your results with real numbers, with quantifiable metrics. Plus, that learning platform is there to fill any gaps on the fly.
Like if you suddenly need to learn a new software tool.
Exactly. Need to learn Trello or Google Analytics Basics. There's a short course for that. It's all about supporting the delivery of real, measurable work.
Which brings us to the core value for the individual. This idea of earning, quote, deliverables that matter in the job market.
Right. Because when a hiring manager sees a traditional resume, they just see responsibilities. With this model, they see proof.
And a portfolio-ready deliverable is so much more powerful than, say, a summary memo you wrote.
Oh, miles more. A memo proves you can write. A deliverable proves you can produce. We're talking about actual dashboards, market analysis reports, or even finished product features.
Things that show concrete impact.
It shows you're ready to produce from day one. And the range of roles where you can build this portfolio is pretty broad.
You're not just stuck doing admin tasks.
Not at all. In tech and data, you could be doing front-end development, back-end work, QA. We're even seeing roles in things like remote accounting, handling full reconciliations.
That proves a huge amount of trust and discipline.
Enormous. And then you have these emerging fields like data ops and product analytics, and of course the business functions.
Where a lot of people get their start.
And they're all structured around measurable ROI. So in marketing, you're not just writing, you're building campaigns and showing the metrics. In product, you're helping with research, with roadmaps.
It sounds like you're forced to act like a junior consultant focused on a specific problem.
That's a great way to put it. And what's fascinating here is, it raises this really important question. We're talking about these short projects. How do these actually translate into long-term career momentum?
The answer has to be in the skills you learn along the way, that modern business efficiency skill set.
Absolutely. Mastering distributed collaboration is, I would argue, the single most valuable asset a candidate can have today.
Because it directly impacts the bottom line. It's pure business efficiency.
Emphatically, yes. Employers will pay a premium for people who already know how to work this way because it cuts down on so much training and wasted time.
So what are those specific methodologies?
Well, a big one is adopting a meeting light approach, using concise written updates, recording quick video demos instead of trying to schedule a call across 10 time zones.
That makes a ton of sense. But is there a risk there? Does that isolate the intern from that spontaneous learning you get in an office?
That's a critical concern. But the structure is built to fight that isolation by maximizing visibility.
How so?
Instead of relying on overhearing conversations, the project management system forces transparency. Projects have weekly checkpoints. Deliverables are tracked on a shared board.
So everyone can see what's happening and weigh in?
Precisely. It replaces physical proximity with process discipline. And for the individual, it teaches incredible time management.
You have to be disciplined.
You learn to set clear hours, batch your tasks. You basically learn to protect your focus and avoid burnout. That is a true career asset.
Okay, so let's get practical. The source material talks about 2 different program paths. Let's discuss the trade-offs there.
This is where you have to make a strategic choice. The question becomes, what do you need more? Flexibility or networking?
So option 1 is the 100% virtual internship. Maximum flexibility, minimal cost, and disruption.
Perfect if you're juggling a heavy course load or you're on a tight budget.
But then there's option 2, the internship plus a campus component. Layering on-site immersion in a city like New York or Chicago.
And that's a very different cost-benefit analysis.
Let's analyze that. How do the choices influence the price?
2 main variables, duration and immersion. A 3-month internship will cost more than a 2-month one, but you get more time to deliver, more for your portfolio, more coaching.
A pretty direct ROI there. More time, more output.
Exactly. And the campus add-on is obviously a bigger investment. Travel, lodging.
So what's the specific return on that investment? What justifies that extra cost?
Connection. The campus layer is all about boosting your network through events, mixers, workshops you just can't replicate online.
In-person coaching, meeting local industry leaders.
That's where you turn those virtual connections into deep professional ties. So the advice is, look at your career gap. Is it a lack of tangible output?
Then go for the longer virtual track for max efficiency.
Right. Is your gap a lack of connections? Then the hybrid campus model is the strategic move, even with a higher price. Just make sure you know what's included at each tier.
Define your goal and then invest accordingly. That makes perfect sense. And this whole system is what turns a short project into real career momentum.
It is. The source material had a great line. Transparent scope and regular reviews turn short projects into real evidence of ability.
And the anecdote about the student, Jocelyn, really brings this to life. She was balancing full-time classes, a part-time job.
Yeah, her time was incredibly limited. She was working on a marketing analytics project, and she used those weekly milestones to document everything.
So her final deliverable wasn't just a vague summary.
Not at all. It was a full social media dashboard with real data and concrete recommendations.
And when she got into an interview,
she could say, I implemented a dashboard that cut reporting time by 15% and informed the Q4 budget.
That is so much more powerful than assisted the marketing team.
Every single time. It's proof of production readiness.
And it seems like it's a huge benefit for the host companies, too. There was that startup CEO, Mojda.
Yes, she was using these placements to test ideas and scale her talent pool without the overhead of an office. It's just smart HR strategy.
So companies are using this as a global talent pipeline.
Absolutely. They see it as a low-risk way to test drive future employees. You really have to view this whole thing as a strategic move that compounds over time
Use the coaches, the alumni network, all of it.
to aggressively accelerate your career momentum.
This has been a really comprehensive look at this. If we were to leave our listener with one final thought to chew on, what would it be?
I'd say this. If AI is taking over the routine, predictable tasks, then this internship model, it's the perfect stress test for the uniquely human skills.
Like communication, problem solving.
Disciplined cross-cultural communication, strategic project alignment, measurable creative problem solving. This is where you prove you can manage complex human dynamics, even when you're not in the same room.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the strategic advantages of remote internships.
You've been listening to the SmartKeys podcast.
If you want to explore this topic further and see the detailed breakdown of the programs and the roles we discussed, you can find the link to the full article, Remote Internships, Building Early Career Skills from Afar, right there in the show notes. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get more insights into the future of work and business efficiency delivered directly to you. Until next time.